watch this team transition, and we get the 2-4 Kobe when he had Lamar, when he had Paul Gasol. He's facilitating the Metcalf. He's giving the ball to Carson. This defense has picked up. This team is now playing championship-level football. It's not all about what Russ can do. It's about the team, and this is the way that Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks win. If you want to go into the playoffs, if you want to play at teams like this, you got to have a finisher. Bean was a finisher. Russell will be a finisher. They have a shot to be a Super Bowl contender. And now I'm going number 4 to the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints do it how it's supposed to be done in the NO. You got a defense, and that defense is like True. That defense is like Master P. It's like No Limit. It's like the Tank. They come at you in waves. It's different people. It might be Mia X. It might be Silk the Shaka. Mystical. No matter who it is, they are coming. Whether it's Hendrickson, Cam Jordan on the outside. You also have great corners in Janoris Jenkins, and now you have Marshawn Lattimore. Safeties playing well, and offensively, Alvin Kamara has gotten that thing going. He is cash money. When you give him the football, this is a better football team. Sean Payton needs to stick to this. If you want to go in Green Bay to win, it's not Drew Brees that wins that game. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him the ball, let him rock, let him cook. That's the way to win. And at number 3, I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, I know the Packers were higher on the ESPN list, but it ain't their list. It's my list. And on my list, Aaron Rodgers is still a bad man. Aaron Rodgers has shown he can do it all. Devontae Adams playing at the top level at his position. But it's about the defense. Can they stop the run like we saw them do against Derrick Henry? Will Jair? Will Kevin King? Will they lock up on the outside? And will Darnell Savage continue to make plays from the safety position? Right now, they're the top dogs in the NFC. We understand everything has to go through Lambeau. When it goes through Lambeau, it gets cold. It gets tough. And Dez knows they are tough to beat. But they can be beat. They have to stay on it. This defense has to continue to play. Aaron Rodgers has to continue to dominate. And at number 2 is the Buffalo Bills. Monday night, I got to go on and apologize to Bills Mafia and say I'm sorry for being late on Josh Allen. I'm sorry for being late to the Buffalo Bills. And they welcomed me to the bandwagon. But it's not about the bandwagon. It's about Stephon Diggs being worth all the money. It's about Josh Allen earning all the money. And I am on the money train like Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, and J-Lo was back in the day. This team is the second best team in all of football. It's going to be a fight for 4 quarters if they get to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. Josh Allen feels like he's the best quarterback in the league. Stephon Diggs playing like the best wide receiver in the league. And this defense is playing out of its mind. And at number 1 is still the Kansas City Chiefs. And I know people are going to say when we come off here, but Ryan, they're not playing great. They barely beat the Atlanta Falcons. It don't dang matter because they just win. They are what Al Davis offers to win. Just get bored, we let you hang around. We have the whole offense do spins and pirouettes in the backfield before we throw the ball to Patrick Mahomes on 4th down because they're bored, people. They're just having fun. This thing's going to turn back up. Even Jay-Z dropped Kingdom Come. We were all done with him then. But look what we got. We got the Magna Carta. We got 444. This thing lives on, and the Kansas City Chiefs will be prepared in the playoffs, and they still got Pat, and they're still the number 1 team.
Man, you dropped so much in that. Neat, go. What do you think?
I can't keep up. I enjoyed every reference you made, especially the No Limit ones. But I do have one gripe with No Limit. They put out too many albums. It was just a cash grab at a certain point. Every week it was a new album. Like, chill out. Hey, it's your cousins rapping, everybody rapping. Nobody could rap, by the way. Like, it was not one rapper in the No Limit crew. It was beats and tanks. But I was buying the albums.
Not the show for that.
Mystical? Come on.
I mean, we can have a separate show.
I don't know what to ask you about the rankings or that.
Oh, not gonna say nothing there.
All right, we'll take that for another day. We'll come back to that. We'll bring that up. I know Master P's not liking that. Let's get right to run the floor, okay? The Clippers, start with basketball. The Clippers bounce back. It's just incredible to think about. I bring back our guys. And you know what? Here's the thing. I think there's nobody out there who says, the Bears shouldn't make the playoffs. They'll have to play Trubisky. That's not the issue. The issue is what they might have to pay him if they keep him based on the talent level that he has. Dan, I want you to expand on this thought of bringing him back. What options are there to the Bears in terms of contract, in terms of how they sign him, if they make the playoffs and bring him back?
So two possibilities, really. I mean, they could franchise tag him, but that's obviously very expensive. You're talking about something in excess of $25 million, fully guaranteed for 1 year. They may not want to do that. More likely, if they decide to bring him back, more likely you look at a structure similar to remember what the Jaguars did with Blake Bortles the year after they went to the AFC Championship game? They gave him a 3-year deal. It was $54 million for 3 with 26 guaranteed. You know, adjust that up for a couple of years having passed and inflation. But yet that's the kind of thing where you spread out that guarantee over a couple of years. So maybe if it doesn't go well, as it didn't with Bortles, you're not on the hook for quite as much. I just can't believe we're even having this conversation.
I mean, it's amazing considering where we were just a couple weeks ago. So, Neek, do you think that Mitchell Trubisky should be the Bears quarterback next season?
I don't think he should, but I think he's going to be. If they make the playoffs, I'm not sure what else you could do. I was thinking about this morning. It actually reminds me of that shaving scene from The Color Purple where Celia is shaving Harpo. Where it's like, you have no idea if you're going to get up with a fresh shave and you look good when Mitchell Trubisky has the ball, or if Mitchell Trubisky is going to go the other way. When you were watching that scene, you weren't sure the whole time, and that's how Bears fans feel, or at least that's how I feel when I'm watching it. I'm looking at silly Trubisky like, what are you doing with that blade? Are you going to do the right thing?